to reach those that have never been reached before. We never stop trying to be repeat ministers to those that need this great gospel. But there are those that are in our span and in our scopes that have never been reached before. We don't need a jurisdiction if we're all going to keep doing the same thing that we do individually. But when we are collective, we are a family, we are a body, then we will maximize efforts as never before collectively as a jurisdiction to fortify every church, every ministry, to reach those that have never been reached before. And just as an aside, one of our most common targets is children. Never underestimate the value of a child. It used to be said in Sunday school, a child saved is a soul saved. Children that have never heard the gospel, children that have an interest, children that have latitude, children that the devil is targeting. Somebody should be ready to reach the children of our land. And may God help us if we start there, and no telling where that will end. One area that we're going to also do better with is our families. And I'm not going to let the devil trick me today nor trap me. I am so glad for the First Lady of the jurisdiction and my word. First Lady, Lady Mary. Amen. Look after your husband. Look after your wife. Look after your children. Look after your parents. Look after your sisters. Look after your brothers, both biologically and spiritually. Tell somebody at your table, I'll be looking out for you. And as we've announced today, I wanted to certainly appreciate Pastor Randolph for being available. It takes a whole team to make this dream happen. He's one of those. You see, I want to thank the staff at the historic Boone Tabernacle that has helped much in the background. And the staff at Mason Temple. Both of those churches that I serve, there's no jurisdictional project that they are not uniquely involved in. And you know how that goes. And Pastor Randolph just landed from Louisiana, and he shared in our summit. We wanted him to be included in this, and I just got this feeling. You're going to be seeing well. He's going to be seeing well. They're going to be seeing a whole lot more of us in 2019. For when all of God's children, what a time, what a time, what a time. I wanted Bishop Richardson to be here when the administrative representative from our partner school will not be able to arrive. But all of the literature, the brochures, the videos would be available. Bishop Richardson is a part of that consortium, and I'm thankful that he has rearranged his whole schedule to be with us last night, this morning. Yeah. He's going to give closing comments. Calls on him to bring the sermon, but to give some closing observations. State Secretary is Elder Glenn Pinker, and if you would just help him. Brother Johnson, give us his name. Elder Dion. One sign-up sheet will go to both sides of this venue, and you'll want to put your name on that if it applies to you. Before our school that will open in March, before the information is noised to the whole state and area, we want charity begin at home. And when Jesus went to the Gentiles, he said, I got to first come into my own. And you put your name on there if you are going to be registered. I think there's a place where you can check what your ministry is. Are you a pastor, a pastor's wife, an elder, missionary, layperson? Because they will have a certain priority according to your ministry. Put that category of designation. I think there's a place that says you'll be either completing the entire year. It will comprise of modules every other month. Some may just want one class or two. But if you would like to get the certificate for your year's work with the academic values and CEUs that Asbury University, Asbury Seminary will provide, you can mark that in the column. And if you need the scholarship wholehearted, and I've been telling some of our affluent pastors like Superintendent Simpson and others, you probably won't qualify. If you're in seven figures, you don't qualify for a scholarship. You qualify to make some. But be careful how you judge people. Sometimes the one you think has the least is sitting on the most. So you don't know who you're sitting by. Might be somebody that may bless you when you need it the most. So if you're just going to take one of the courses, you can do that. If you plan to take the entire collection, you may do that. And you'll get further instructions. That is perhaps our most dramatic, programmatic feature for 2019, the opening of our school, reopening of our jurisdictional school, and now in partnership with Asbury, accredited courses that will cover our training as well as ministerial development and academic credit in a way that is accessible for all those that want to learn more and increase their skills for the work of God's kingdom. I wish somebody would say, thank God for training.
Thank God for training.
If you think $250 is expensive for someone to invest in their ministry for life, imagine what it would be like and what it would cost if you had nothing but ignorance. It's a better investment. And now for this unique, I think we only have 40 slots for full scholarships. And it goes to our saints first. And we'll communicate accordingly. We don't want anybody to be excluded from this splendid, unique, unprecedented vehicle for the entire jurisdiction because it costs. God has made a way to supply all of your need. And can the people say amen?
Amen.